countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Duel Links players rejoice. While we're probably gifting Alex another free win this week, we're doing so in style. This is as close as you're getting to the Aromage 10-minute testing. So on release, Aromage did have a lot of promise. Being a plant archetype is really powerful in a format that includes both Lone Fire Blossom and Cactus Bouncer, and all of the pieces of Synchrocentric that were still sort of floating around, Spore and Dandelion and Glow Up Bulb. They have, theoretically, a repeatable advantage outlet in Jasmine that every time you gain life once per turn allows you to draw a card and gives you an extra normal provided your life points are higher than your opponent's, and you can protect your normal by switching your opponent's monsters to defense position with Rosemary and by plussing off of Aroma Garden when your cards go to the graveyard. This is all in service of Human Winds, which drowns your opponent in advantage, and Dried Winds, which allows you to destroy monsters your opponent controls. Because the deck doesn't really have any combo potential to speak of, your first turn usually consists of either normal summoning a Jasmine and passing, or hoping that Lone Fire Blossom and a Cactus Bouncer doesn't get you a judge call immediately. This strategy was not particularly powerful. Eventually, a significant amount of legacy support is released for the archetype that makes it at least playable, but this first wave, though extremely powerful in Duel Links, is not up to snuff at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. I'll go through the individual cards we're playing. All the Aromages: Bergamot, which is a 6-star monster and really the only reason we are playing it. 3 Jasmine, which on gain life points draws you a card and allows you during your main phase to normal summon an additional plant monster. 3 Rosemary, which if your life points are higher than your opponent's, allows you to prevent your opponent from activating monster effects until the end of the damage step, and if you gain life points, can target a face-up monster on the field, change its battle position. 3 Cactus Bouncer, because we have to do something unfair with cards this bad. Glow Up Bulb, 3 Lone Fire Blossom, 3 Maxi Spore, Dandelion, 3 Aroma Garden. If you control an Air Aroma, once per turn you can gain 500, and all monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's next turn. And if an Aroma monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you gain 1,000 life points. 2 Dark Hole, a Foolish Burial, a 1-for-1 Raigeki, a Soul Charge, triple Terraforming, Bottomless Trap Hole, triple Human Winds, allows you to pay 1,000, add an Aroma from deck to hand. Then if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can gain 500 life points. This is a great way to proc the effect of Jasmine on both players' turns. Solemn Warning, Vanity's Emptiness, and Dried Winds. If you gain life points, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. If you control an Aroma and your life points is 3,000 higher than your opponent's, pay life points equal to the difference and destroy face-up monsters your opponent controls whose combined attack is less than or equal to the life points paid to activate this effect. On the side, we've got 3 Mistake, 3 Anti-Spell, 3 Stygian Dirge, 3 Flying Sea, and 3 Non-Fusion Area. In the extra, we've got just a bunch of synchros we're not going to make. We are not making any of these. Pray that we open Cactus Bouncer and it actually does something.
Well, this one is for all of the Toon lovers out there. I'm looking at you, Alinthio. I hope you are going to appreciate this one. This deck, historically, is not very good, but you know what? It's perfect for the history of Jank. I think a lot of people really love the Toon monsters, especially going all the way back to Magic Ruler, and they just weren't an archetype that was... They were just slapped on with too many restrictions, and they just weren't playable in the slightest, and over time, they constantly got support. And it wasn't really until around now that you could maybe arguably play the deck at a locals. I know later on Toon Chaos gets released and we get a lot better support for the deck, but even so, it's always going to be relegated to around this tier at best. And so let's go ahead and do the card by card, everyone. Of course, we have 3 Maxi, the best honorary Toon monster, and then we have only a handful of Toons. We have Toon Cyber Dragon, which is literally just Cyber Dragon, but has Toon restrictions on it. We have Toon Gemini Elf, which is insane because if it does battle damage, it's able to discard a card out of your opponent's hand. All the Toons can attack directly, even though they can't attack the turn that they're summoned, but that's perfectly fine. Mask Sorcerer is the opposite of Gemini Elf, where it draws you a card instead of ripping one out of your opponent's hand. And Toon Mermaid is just a free special summon, and it's a level 4, which means you can take any of these and overlay for any of the cards that you have in your extra deck. So that's cool. It actually gives you some options outside of just playing the Toon cards themselves. For the spells, we have Chicken Game, because we need to obviously find our Toon King. Kingdom. Comic Hand is literally Snatch Steal if you have Toon Kingdom up. Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos are here because it's sort of like an anti-meta deck, and we don't care about stuff getting banished. Terraforming gets either Chicken Game or Toon Kingdom, but let's be honest, we are looking for Toon Kingdom. This is sort of the card that really brought the whole deck together, because without it, it's not exactly great. So when it's activated, you banish the top 3 cards from your deck face down. It becomes Toon World while in the field zone. Your opponent cannot target Toon monsters you control with card effects, and if a Toon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish a card from the top of your deck face down for each of those monsters instead. So it's strong because it actually does in fact protect the Toon monsters. The big glaring issue here is that it doesn't protect itself. So without any way to do so, the issue you're going to run into is that if you just get hit by a singular MST, the entire strategy falls apart. But if your opponent isn't playing in archetype spell and trap removal, you might actually get yourself some free wins. We also have 3 Toon table of contents because this searches any Toon card in our deck. For the traps, we already mentioned Macrocosmos. Skill drains in here as well because, like, honestly, we're perfectly okay with everything just being drained. Toon Briefcase is pretty neat when your opponent summons a monster while you control a Toon. Shuffle that monster into the deck, so a very annoying card to deal with. Toon Mask is neat because if you control Toon World, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and you special a Toon monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to that level or rank of that monster, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, for instance, this is a way for you to get 2 Toon Cyber Dragons on the field to be able to go into, like, Constellar Pleiades because it needs 2 level 5 lights. And then we're playing Vanity's Emptiness just because we need to just slow the game down to make sure our guys can hit, and we're going to be perfectly set. For Toolbox, we have Dweller, Double Castel, Pleiades, Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, Double Exciton, a Cowboy, an Honor Arc, Ragnazero, Utopia, Diamond Crab King, Utopia Ray, Utopia Prime, and Trapeze Magician. Funny enough, Gemini Elf and Toon Mask Sorcerer are both spellcasters, so this works. And the side decks, triple Flying Sea, double Dark Hole Raigeki, triple Spell Shattering Arrow, triple Curse Seal, and lose 1 turn to slow the game down even further. I think this is actually good enough to maybe win a game or 2 in Jank, but hopefully, depending on what deck Joseph's playing, we'll have to see. Anything's possible in the history of Jank, so let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, I don't think we're going to have as fun as we did last week playing Rainbow Neos versus Aqua Actors, but we're going to try our best. I think both decks we were bringing today are very goofy. They're very bad, and I think we'll have a bit of a longer episode at the very least.
Playing in quotes. I don't know. I have every belief that my deck will lose in 3 seconds. I think that we can...
Okay.
Let's go for 20 minutes.
I'm glad we're on the same page then. I'm glad we're on the same page. Shout out the patron, Andrew Jonathan. Thank you for the support. Do you have the hand up?
Yes.
I rolled a 6, the number of times hopefully it takes for you to destroy my Toon Kingdom.
I threw a 5. I don't have a good reason for it. I just felt like throwing a 5.
Well, you're hopefully going to be needing 5 turns at least to kill me. I can say that much, but we'll see. Oh my, how am I supposed to play with this fucking deck?
Oh no.
Thank God you're going first.
This one's not so great.
Alintio, I hope you're watching this and you're thinking, this is the craziest hand ever. Okay, now that I drew that, it's probably the craziest hand ever. Okay, draw Stand By Me.
Okay.
We will activate the all-powerful Toon Kingdom.
Oh, son of a bitch. I don't have an out to this. Yeah.
I have to banish the top 3 cards of my deck face down. I will normal summon the Toon Gemini Elf.
Yes.
Now, fortunately, we are playing Toon monsters, so these are not allowed to attack the turn that they are summoned, except for very rare exception. So that's it. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not doing anything. Go ahead.
Excellent. Okay, I'll draw. It just gets better. Battle phase, you don't control any Toon monsters, so I can attack you directly.
All right, I'll take 19 here.
And we will trigger our Toon Gemini Elf. I get to rip a card out of your hand.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take out this one.
Which
I don't
one?
think Dueling Book's letting me. The one closest to your extra deck.
Oh, no. I need that one.
That's actually pretty good. Second main, you know what? Let's bring out a Toon Mask Sorcerer while we're at it, and we'll pass the turn.
Okay, Stand By Me. Okay, I mean, this is a good card. I think it really does anything. Let's normal summon Cactus Bouncer. Attack my Cactus Bouncer.
I will take 900, and per my Toon Kingdom, I will banish a card face down instead of destroying my Toon Mask Sorcerer.
All right, well, we tried. Go ahead.
We'll draw. Excellent. Let's just get in. Toon Mask Sorcerer for 9.
Yeah, I'll take 9.
And I will trigger my Sorcerer, and I will draw a card.
Yep.
And we'll attack. We're 19.
I'll take it.
And we'll trigger the Gemini Elf. Let's see what we're getting out of your hand this time. Let's go for this one. The one closest to your deck.
All right, it's Maxi.
Excellent. I don't think you're going to be needing that against this deck. Second main. I don't have to do it. You have to figure out how to out this shit. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I do. God, that is really not good. All right, I'm going to sacrifice Aromage Jasmine for Aromage Bergamot.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go to combat, go Bergamot here.
So I'm going to take 15 from this. I will banish a card.
And whatever this is. Ooh, that's
whatever. It's not going to matter. And I will banish another card.
Okay, go ahead.
We will draw, and I think we might be able to wrap. Your Bergamot is nice, but what if it is a Toon Aromage Bergamot?
Uh-oh. That's not good. Yep, there you go.
Thank you. Let's try for battle. Let's try to wrap it up. 9.
Yeah, you got it. Oh.
Wow, the Toons in Jank are actually probably tier 0.
Not good. Okay, so theoretically, you're supposed to gain life points at some point. I didn't find any of the cards that do it because there's not very many, and I didn't find any this time either. Oh!
Excellent. Okay.
Whoa.
Speak too soon?
Maybe. All right, 1 for 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
I wish it were scarier. We'll get Jasmine is a 2.
If only it were that easy.
We are going to normal summon Rosemary.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, got some back row. We'll go standby main. I'm gonna go chicken game.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
damn, that could work out really well for me.
We'll go chicken game effect. I did it for you, buddy. Don't worry. We'll go Toon Kingdom.
God damn it. Okay.
We'll go Toon Kingdom if I can ever get it into the field spell zone. We'll banish the top 3. I will special Toon Cyber Dragon since you control a monster and I do not.
That is disastrous.
I don't know. Do I just go all in? Fuck it. Comic Hand. Toon Aromage Rosemary.
You got it.
We'll go battle. I'll hit for 18. Second main, we'll just set 2 cards.
What the fuck?
And we'll throw it back.
All right, we'll go Humid Winds. I'm going to pay 1,000 to grab an Aroma.
That is fine. Go ahead.
I wish it wasn't. And then we'll go Humid Winds to gain 5. Amazing draw. Normal Jasmine.
Your life points aren't higher than mine, but I feel like that could be remedied very quickly. I will Toon Briefcase your Aromage Jasmine.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh man, that's not good. Is there something I can do about that?
I mean, you could add it back with Humid Winds for next turn.
We're gonna try and gain 5. I will pay 1,000. We are gonna grab Rosemary.
Yep.
Good.
Well, if I knew that was going to be the way your turn went, I could have killed you last turn.
Yeah.
If I would have done something different, or killed you this turn if I did something different last turn. That's, I guess, the way the game goes sometimes. 18-21.
I'll take 39.
Second main, activate Dimensional Fissure. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to gain 5 here. Wow, that's so annoying. Okay, normal Jasmine.
Sure.
Gain 5. Jasmine to draw. Okay, terraforming.
Okay, all right, you're getting somewhere.
Finally. Aroma Garden.
You can gain some more life points.
I'm gonna do that. We'll gain 5 here.
Yep, and that puts your Jasmine up to 600.
Oh, that die-fi is really fucking me up. We're gonna go Dark Hole.
Yikes. Yeah, I had a feeling you were sitting on that. Sure.
Oh, I hate to do this. You get to keep all yours.
Oh, because of Toon Kingdom. I forgot.
Yeah.
Imagine thinking that this is Toon World and that that doesn't apply.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I get to banish 2.
I'm doing this to gain 1,000 off of Garden.
Sure.
Destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard.
Sent to the graveyard.
Yeah, you got it. Oh,
wow.
God. Two bleak ones. You want to run it back?
Yeah, I guess I'll run it back. I had the mermaid if I would have summoned, but you'd have just dark hold this. There's no way you'd let this stay around.
All right, one of these games, I got to gain life.
I mean, if you go first, right, which you got to go first twice already, surely this time you'll be able to do it, right? Sure, I believe.
This is the best hand we've opened yet, so, you know,
okay.
maybe. Lone Fire.
Maxi.
Okay, sure. Yeah, draw your whole deck, buddy. We're going to grab Jasmine.
Yep.
Terraforming. We will grab Garden.
Yep.
Let's go Garden. Garden for 5. Jasmine.
You have higher life points. Look at that.
And we will normal summon Cactus Bouncer.
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead.
Cool. I'll draw. So does it give all monsters you control? So that's permanent. So this is a 2300 Cactus Bouncer? Because it doesn't say you currently control.
Well, it says also all monsters.
It doesn't say currently control.
Oh, yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah, so I think that's actually a thick as fuck Cactus Bouncer. Okay. I feel like I'm going to be in this predicament regardless. So I'll chicken game.
Yeah!
You're going to have higher life than me anyway, so I may as well do this. Okay. Will terraforming.
Fuck. One of these days I'm going to get to chicken game gain 1,000.
We'll go Toon Kingdom.
Yep.
Banish our top 3. We'll go Toon Table. I don't exactly know what I'm digging for here. Not a lot, I can tell you that much. We'll go for... I gotta think how this is gonna play out. Problem is that you have fucking Cactus Bouncer. I think we just go for another Toon Gemini Elf.
Sure.
Which lets you know that I already have one in the first place. I can't attack, so I will pass.
All right. I'm going to shortcut by not typing this again. All right. Aroma Garden. Can I do something funnier? Yeah. Sure. Normal Rosemary. Aroma Garden. So she'll go up to 23. I am going to draw off the Jasmine.
Yep.
And I guess we can switch the Gemini Elf to defense position. That's like really funny. There's no reason to do that. We'll switch the Cactus Bouncer and then switch him back.
Yeah.
All right. We do get our extra normal. I don't know what I would want to use it on. It's like very slowly getting in there.
I was about to say, I feel like this is going to be a race to if I can kill you through direct attack damage versus you just attacking Gemini Elf over and over again.
Second main. Go ahead. Wait, what were you at there? You were at 6. You'd be at 7? Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think standby.
No.
We'll just get in with the elf.
I'll take 19.
And we'll rip a card. Let's rip the one closest to your extra deck.
Okay, that's Darkhole.
2 games in a row. That's crazy. We'll bring out another Toon Gemini Elf. I will set a card. Go ahead.
All right, we'll go Humid Winds. I'm going to pay 1,000 here and grab Bergamot.
And then if you'd like to gain 5, go ahead.
I would. Gain 5, and then we'll go Jasmine, Rosemary.
Yep.
I guess we'll switch. It doesn't even really do anything.
It doesn't even matter. I think it's better keeping them in attack, honestly.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just switch her.
Sure.
Stand by me. Okay, I mean, we've got... Maybe make something happen here. Or can we? All right, we'll go Jasmine. Or Garden, rather. Jasmine. Wow. Rosemary. Ooh. That's really interesting. 1 for 1. Bergamot.
Sure.
1 for 1.
I'll maxi.
Sure. Get Gub here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a cool one.
Oh, you're gonna Black Rose?
No.
Oh, no! That's worse! Oh, shit!
Let's go Ancient Fairy Dragon?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's on...
No, it's an Ignition.
It's an Ignition. Right. Well, first I need to draw from Maxi.
Uh-huh.
Before you activate Ancient Fairy Dragon, I will Toon Briefcase the Ancient Fairy Dragon.
Boo. That sucks. Okay.
I mean, at least you get it back, so unfortunately it doesn't kill it.
Let's go Humid Winds. We'll grab Jasmine.
Sure.
Let's go Gub. I'm going to draw you a bajillion cards.
I appreciate it.
Oh, there it is. Let's send all these to the grave for
Just doing it again?
Ancient Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, that's the one problem with Briefcase. Sure.
Nothing
here, you nuking.
Yeah.
Sure. Gain 1,000, hilariously.
I know, right? It like comes up.
Do you have another field spell?
Yeah, we got Garden.
You have to add a different name.
Do I?
Yes.
Says who?
Says Ancient Fairy Dragon.
Is that the...
Oh, wait, or is this the errata?
Let me see if the old one lets you cheat.
Yeah, we have to look at the old text.
Yeah, you get anything.
It's anything. Okay. So that they changed that for the errata. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well,
I was about to say, I remember doing this like with Spiral and stuff. So
we'll just go combat here. We'll eat one of them.
Well, these die because I don't have Toon, so you can hit me directly, actually.
Oh, whoa, they do. Oh, well, that changes everything. In that case, we are going to go... We'll just put them in defense. We'll go Fairy Dragon to summon.
Yep.
Then we'll go Extra Normal for Cactus Bouncer.
Oh, great. We're back.
All right, go ahead.
Would you like to use Aroma Garden? It's not a hard one.
I think I actually have to not, because I have to be lower than you off the Humid Winds proc so I could get the Jasmine draw on your turn.
Okay, just figured I'd ask.
I appreciate it.
Toon Table.
Yes.
Toon Kingdom.
Well, there it is. Sure.
Toon Kingdom again.
Yes.
The third Toon Gemini Elf.
Yeah.
I will set a card and pass.
Humid Winds. We will grab Rosemary. Humid Winds.
Yep.
We will go Jasmine. Draw. Fairy Dragon?
Yeah, we're just fucked here.
It's like, as long as I get to keep firing it, we are out of... Oh, no, we have one more.
Well, it's optional to add, too, so you can keep popping it anyway.
We can't special while this stupid asshole is on the field. Let's just go Rosemary, Garden...
Like you're complaining, just switch everything forward and I'm dead.
That's what I'm trying to do. We'll go Garden. We'll use Rosemary to flip this guy up.
I'm dead.
Woo!
I'm dead.
We did it! After 10,000 years, we found the weakness. Ancient Fairy Dragon.
That was crazy. There's not, like, as soon as we got to that point, it was just game over. There was nothing else that I could do. My hand was all Toon monsters, so if I can keep a Toon Kingdom up, it was terrible. Yeah, so... Toons are a deck that a lot of people have always tried to, it's a fan favorite deck, right? It's Pegasus. We all know it.
It won.
And
you know, it's all right.
It did win. And to be fair, like, it's because Toon Kingdom had to be such a pushed card for this to actually work in any sort of capacity. Original Toon World, there's a lot I could talk about with original Toon World, but because there's even like other stuff with like when they originally designed Toon World back in the OCG that it doesn't even work the same way that a lot of people think. But in any case, Toon Kingdom is essentially like how Toon World should have worked in the first place, right? Banishing 3 cards doesn't matter. It makes it so that you can't target Toons with card effects. If they be killed in any way, you just banish more cards from the top of your deck. You just need to keep the Toons around. The biggest problem with Toon Kingdom is that there really isn't any defensive options for Toon Kingdom itself. That's where stuff like Toon Briefcase can come in to be able to, in the instance of something like Ancient Fairy Dragon or like fucking Breaker, I don't know. Toon Briefcase can just deal with it if you already are established. And so just being able to slowly pick away at your opponent with stuff like Toon Gemini Elf, Toon Mask Sorcerer. Like, a lot of people want to play some of the other Toon cards as well. Like, we're obviously pre-Toon Chaos, where we get, like, the BLS and the other crazy Toon cards later. But even just, like, Toon Gemini Elf and Mask Sorcerer were, like, fine. Mask Sorcerer pluses you every turn, and Gemini Elf does the same thing, but it negs your opponent in that regard. And 1900 is pretty big, considering that's, like, a few turns until it's just game over. Not to mention, we were also on Toon Mermaid, which is good, because it's just a special summon, so we can actually make rank 4s if we're not staring down a fucking Cactus Bouncer, and we have every rank 4 at our disposal, so you actually have some plays outside of the Toon cards themselves, which are pretty neat. And Toon Cyber Dragon's just like another big Toon that you can play, allows you to access rank 5s, and Comic Hand is Snatch Steal. It's just legal Snatch Steal, so I don't think you can really ask for much more. This was like the Toon deck that a lot of people consider to be like one of the greatest versions of the Toon deck that it ever saw, and it still was just not good enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, as you kind of alluded to, a lot of the power is concentrated in Toon Kingdom, a card with literally no protection. So, you know, all it really took was an MST to kind of wipe the entire board, because the playable Toons also destroy themselves when Toon Kingdom is destroyed. You know, it's easy to see why people did like this. You can't print legal Snatch Steal and not expect individuals to pick it up. And it's kind of frustrating that, like, the most successful variant of this deck in history didn't do any of the, like, attacking that people are excited about Toons being able to do these days. It was basically just like a 2003 style Mass Sorcerer like white magical hat control deck, except like your monsters could never be destroyed. And like that's fine. You know, like setting 4 and normaling Toon Mass Sorcerer is slow and boring and will turn off a lot of players, but it does occasionally win the game. And that's really all you can ask for. My deck sucks. So, Aromage, it might have shocked you to see this deck so bad after it was so good in Duel Links and had pretty much all the same cards. Jasmine is really, really strong. Rosemary is not. And Bergamot is bad, but a great way to get over stuff. Dried Winds and Humid Winds are good, but we are missing Blessed Winds, I believe, which, of course, gives the deck a lot of power. What you saw here, though, is kind of the weakness of the strategy. You really need a repeatable life gain outlet. And for something like, unless you can find Aroma Garden or Humid Winds, you just don't have one yet. Even when you do collect one, it's still a really slow, plodding time to get to like anything resembling a winning board state. Rosemary can prevent you from taking damage, and Jasmine can plus you in the meantime, but like a well-timed Dark Hole can really screw up your day. And that's why we're playing like a bunch of Floodgate monsters that prevent your opponent from doing anything over multiple turns. Historically, this deck was like cool and it was like around, but it never saw anything resembling mainstream success. And that's because the cards just aren't there yet. 3 monsters, 2 traps you kind of have to hard draw, and you must find a repeatable life gain outlet or else you die is not a great position to be in, especially when you have so many weaknesses like if it takes you a while to find those cards, your opponent will deal damage to you, and then you'll never get to proc like if your life is higher than your opponent's effects.
It's rather telling of the deck when its best card is arguably an out-of-archetype, Cactus Bouncer.
Yeah, like a big-ass Floodgate,
This is the unfair card of the deck. I think everything else this deck does is, like, perfectly fine. I may be crazy. Is Aromage Bergamot look like Zodiac Trident to you?
No, she looks exactly like it. She looks exactly
I knew
like
I wasn't
Trident.
crazy.
No,
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time we were filming this. Yeah.
You're not crazy at all.
What I was going to say is that all of what you said is true until we get to the Link era and the Link version of Jasmine gets released, and that is one of the most cracked, pushed Link monsters ever printed in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's unfortunate because I personally constantly get people who are like, when are we getting the Aromage TMT? For some reason, they demand to see this. And, there was a short period of time where it looked like they might actually get one until people found out the best thing you could do with Jasmine is play 0 Aromages.
Yeah. It's a generic plant support monster. What else could you ask for? It is unfortunate, but I guess it was cool to see this deck in action at the end of it. It was cool to see both of these decks on. I think both of these decks are loved by a large degree of the player base. And so now we got them out of our system. We're out of here.
Okay.
We get to play some good decks
We're playing good decks from here on out. Well, for the next like 3, then we're playing dog shit.
Yeah. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Dan the Manhoban, Draconic, Little Fade Leaf, Jordan Coons, Dylan Hunter, Dalton, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Flannel Daddy, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel Bio Community soon, Cancel Bio Committee soon, Cancel by All Players soon, Uncle Brian of Stardust, Nicholas Carpenter, Corvain, Peyton McGrath, and Candyman. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.